we need to build a courthouse.
Okay.
We have a courthouse at spawn, you know.
I know, but I'm saying we as a town need a courthouse because we now have sovereignty as the Kaifili, the state of Kaifili.
So right now,
So
what's the plan? So is
right now,
Hyper?
here's what I'm just gonna real quick assign some roles. Sydney needs to gather stuff to make a courthouse because I've seen Sydney make a courthouse before.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I need I need Vega to just grind out raw materials, make us rich. Uh, Pros, you're doing a fantastic job as you are. If you could somehow get, like, you know how you got me full enchanted gear and stuff? We need a mob
Yeah.
spawner here, so I need you to build a mob spawner that's kind of low-key far away. I don't want to see it here, but
I have a
you
mob
know that.
spawner.
Okay, but I'm
I
saying
have a
like we need
mob farm.
one. Is it here?
No, it's by my
'Cause
base, but it's not too far from where your portal is.
Okay, then could you build a pathway to your base from there, Sydney? We need to start linking up and creating actual pathways.
Yeah.
Then Pros, what I need from you is if you could get us netherite stuff, try and get us try and
I can
gather
get
up some
armor,
netherite.
but
What'd
netherite
you say?
might be out of my league. But I can get like diamond, like full max diamond armor.
Hey,
Okay, we need a few sets of that then.
Just for funny haha, when you get a chance, could you drop all your stuff and let me kill you with this? Because it has a funny name.
No, I can't. I have 4 levels. I work so hard.
That's
No,
so
I'm just
nice.
kidding. But yeah, so we do need we need pathways linked up. So Sydney, if you'll get the pathways linked up real fast and then get the courthouse built, we need to have elections.
Yep.
Raggy's not going to be
now.
on. Pros, what you can do since you can go ahead and start stocking up diamonds and trying to get us a bunch of diamond stuff so we can start getting some backup gear set up.
I
I
have basically
basically
like infinite armor because okay, hold on.
I basically want you to build up an
I have
armory
infinite
for
armor
us.
technically because if I have I can just do that because like I have villagers in the base right now. And I've got like
Where?
all
I have
it's a secret
villagers.
base.
I also have
Okay.
villagers. And Vega's
Okay.
been
Yeah,
I'm
working on getting
guessing.
so
them trades.
I have like
Okay. Well,
14.
we have a single farmer here. So what we do need here is at this main base, we also need to get more villagers than just that one and create a breeding center over where I built the little birch setup.
You know, there's
The
also a
goal.
ton of villagers in the Nether, right? Like over by the portal to what used to be Fort Measley.
I didn't know that.
Yep,
Anyways,
there's a
but
ton of villagers in the Nether.
that's basically what we need to be doing this time is I need Bro Pros to be amping us up when it comes to weapons because Bro Pros you've been very good at getting diamond gear. We need to build an armory up. Um, Sydney already has a secret base, kind of. I don't know if it's gonna be so secret in a minute.
Don't
but,
worry, I was already planning on moving as well. Like, my theme since the beginning of the server has been never keep my roots in one place for too long, so I have a base that I can fall back onto if needed. But
I'm
some
gonna
people do
continue-
know about it.
I'm gonna continue to build the castle up because again, as this build is what is honestly keeping us safe at this point. I know it may not seem like that, but Hyper low-key only wants me on the server right now to finish this build.
Yeah.
I'm not even like I haven't contributed a whole lot to a bunch of other stuff. He sees the build, he's like, this would make a good spot to film videos. I want him to make this build. So that's honestly probably if I stop, for instance, if I were to stop building it or to get off the server, then they might come here to they wouldn't finish this build. It's too tedious. They would take it and they would make it a video to blow it up. So so currently I have safety in the fact of like I'm building something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna continue to do that, and I'm gonna continue to make advancements on the building. If you notice, I've been kind of slowly making advancements on the building. It's not necessarily on purpose, but I chose a large type building so I could have safety. We need to just build up our raw materials again. I kind of wanted Raggy here, so him and I could discuss him going and getting raw materials, because we need a lot of.
I'm getting a ton of raw materials right now.
We need a lot of coal.
I just went mining. Like I spent 5 hours last night mining.
We need a lot of coal. We need a lot of wood. We need a lot of we need a lot of the basic materials, because we're going to be building a lot, and we do need to build a lot because we're now a town. I want, Bro Pros. I want you to move into what's his name's house, Sloy's house. You know the little house that Sloy has down there.
I already have a base. Like I have a place I've settled on already. Like
I
with a bunch of other people.
I know. I'm saying it would be cool though if you could like repair it and then create it to be like a storage building. It'd
I
also
have
be
a
a good front for be like, oh yeah, well, Bro Pros lives here. You know, you see what I'm saying? And then people don't go looking for where you actually live.
crew.
Okay, so
Whatever
that's
happened,
I
Troy?
whatever happened. Oh, he got banned for inactivity. Basically
Oh,
Wait, who
that's what
did?
I want.
Who did?
Sloy.
Oh.
That's why our nation's smaller. We also need to create some stables. I now have saddles. I'm sure that you all have saddles too. So we're gonna probably try and also get some horses going. Basically, that's what we need. We need a lot of materials, and we need to just have probably sit down for a whole weekend, maybe a whole week, and just build and
Yeah.
just get the village to be a village because I've been trying really hard, uh, and I can't. I honestly I can't do it by myself. I need help.
I mean, it takes a village.
Yeah, it does
I
take a
just
village.
I
Um.
nearly fell off 200 blocks.
Hey, Will,
So
check your snap.
okay.
You can if you want to. You don't have to, but I think it would be funny.
Then don't.
Yeah. All right. Well, that hold on, hold on. I'm gonna text you. This is a funny message, and I kind of half mean it because there's like partial truth.
Literally, no, literally, literally. I literally haven't told you anything about it.
And
I've
that
been
was
doing
my
that for a
genuine
reason.
reaction. That was my genuine reaction, and I was like, I kind of just wanna, I kind of wanna. That's what you texted. I kind of was like, I kind of want to do that, and just be like, well, I'm the one that's been, doing.
Don't spoil
Uh-huh.
it.
Uh-huh.
Are
Yeah.
there secrets being shared which I have no clue about?
No, it's not like big secrets. Don't worry about it.
It's
Okay, I
about to
can't
come to
trust it.
fruition. I'm gonna start streaming
I
soon
can't
about it
trust
though,
it.
so don't worry.
I
Okay.
can't trust this team. I can't trust this team.
Or
No, no,
should
you
I
can.
stream it
It's
or
fine.
should I
It's
stream it or just
You
record
can,
it?
Burpers, if you watch the stream, you'll see what it is. It's a small thing that Sydney just wanted to say real fast to me, and
Yeah,
I was
totally.
already thinking it, and because what's gonna happen is almost entirely true, but I'm not a mean person, so I would never like actually do
Yeah.
that. I would just call Sydney later on and be like, hey, and
I
I
may
wouldn't
need you
make
to
it a
mute the
streaming
stream
thing.
just so that we could talk through it real quick because I was literally after the like war I was gonna talk to you about it today. Like I was gonna be like, yo, so I have this idea for a story.
Yeah, hold on one second. Desktop audio's gone.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
And
I forgot Will's still
there goes
streaming.
my audio input. Okay.
All right.
Yeah, no, so yeah, no. I was thinking that, Sydney. I was
I'm
thinking that.
sorry.
I was like, what did you do? And I was honestly thinking when every time anyone would be like, oh, well, it's Sid's nation, it's Sid's this. I was like, Sid has not built a single thing on this nation. What are you
No, I
talking
haven't.
about?
I was the one who
Okay,
created
whatever.
it, but yeah, otherwise.
Yeah, so election-wise, here's what I'm thinking. So I'm gonna be like, what the heck, Sydney? And then here's what I'm gonna do is I'm
Wow.
gonna propose a system of government, and you're gonna be like, what? And I'm gonna be like, all right, here's our system of government. And I told this to Dan the other day. Not like that I was going to do this, but that I was
Wait, should I
the
be
plan for
upset
our
or should
system of
I be
government.
understanding but kind of upset on the inside?
You should be You should be like, I'm sorry. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
and then
Like how I actually would be.
yeah, and be like, what was I supposed to do? And then I'll be like, not do that, and you'll be like, oh yeah, you're right. And then
You're right.
that should be how it should be. But what I was thinking is I kind of have like been wanting to form a
Discord.
system of government for us for a while, and so I was thinking I was coming up with a storyline, and I was talking to Dan about it. Anyways, all you need to know right now for the storyline is we need to hold elections in a courthouse, with all the members, and I want everyone to run for a different position. Here are the main three positions, though. We have city planner, who is going to design buildings, come up with legal stuff for when it comes to like land contracts, stuff like that. Like that's why I kind of said, hey, maybe we should have separate contracts for land
So basically
agreements.
what my dad does for a living.
Yeah. So basically you're a city planner. That's it, right? Then you're gonna have a mayor, and the mayor, yes, the mayor is the face of the government. The mayor's not the leader of the government. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
These three people all have equal power. So the city planner can arrest the sheriff. The sheriff can arrest the mayor, and the mayor can arrest the city planner.
So the city planner is legislator. Mayor
Yeah,
is not fuck what executive,
executive
yeah.
almost. Yeah.
And then sheriff is judicial.
Yeah. And
Okay.
so basically what happens is the sheriff is has the responsibility to elect deputies. Like when we get bigger, obviously this is what we'll do. We don't have enough people for it yet, but the sheriff will elect deputies. Like, okay, you know, you're a deputy of Feely.
Hmm.
You're gonna help carry out whatever, whatever. And then the sheriff can go on to later, if the sheriff wants to, make judges and like a whole judicial system. That's up to the first sheriff ever about what they want to do. Each sheriff is different. However, once a system is established, in order for like a mode of government to be created, you have to have a majority two-thirds vote on the main three council. Um, and so what's going to happen is our city planner, who I was kind of hoping to be the city planner, is going to be like really the leader of our team, right?
Yeah.
Kind of like the underground leader. The mayor is the one who commits all political actions, which Sydney, it sounds like you need to be mayor.
Okay.
Um, so then what happens is what happens whenever we have a large event, the mayor gets up on top of the stage and is the one who talks and does whatever. And the city planner is the one who kind of stands behind and, you know, wrote the speech and you see what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like the goal of the city planner is to kind of do what's best for the city versus the role of the mayor is to make sure that our city has different political ties and that we have treaties and that we have whatever, whatever. But any
Should I tell
action,
bro what I sent you, by the way?
yeah, go ahead.
So I
Um,
basically said, I think you should go VC alone with me after this and revoke my co-leadership with you about over the Kai Feely lore shit. Like, ask me basically what the heck was I thinking and why didn't I tell you? And he was like, that is literally what I was thinking. Why didn't you tell me? Nobody
uh,
except for Vega knew about this, by the way, and Raggy, and Raggy.
So that's the secret. I can't trust this. I can't
no,
trust this team
By the
anymore.
way, by
I
the
was
way,
the only.
the day with all the villagers stuff, I was actually getting villagers for my base with Raggy.
no, I know.
Yeah, I'm sure you do.
You kept trying to lie to me about it. I was like, just tell me the truth. It's fine. I was a little mad though because I had initially asked Raggy to help me with villagers like weeks ago when we first created this whole thing, and then I was like,
Truth
listen, when you first
is
find villagers, I need you
told.
to like please put them in here, and he was like, okay, and then you were like, Raggy, I need you to help me get animals, and then you kept being like in quotations sheep and all this other stuff, and I was like, just say villagers.
No, but he actually did get me sheep afterwards and cows, which I think is funny. But yeah, I mean,
But see now we only have one villager here, and now this area is kind of
but now I
more.
also have 5 villagers that I could give. Now that
That's
I've
true.
been, I went on my own hiatus, went on my own personal journey, and now I'm back and I've realized shit. So
Well, so here's the goal. Here's the next system is that we have a city planner, sheriff, and a mayor. If you want, so if the mayor is killed, the city planner takes over all domestic affairs, like can revoke treaties, can declare war, that kind of thing. The sheriff takes over all military duties, where it would usually be shared with the sheriff and the mayor. And so the sheriff then becomes basically also the general. And from there, the city planner and the sheriff coordinate in order to position our defensive, our basically our defensive. So our first protocols, and we can establish this as a government later on.
yeah,
But my goal is to have our first protocols be defense of the nation, which is like we have our military immediately gather around our city and immediately like prepare our defenses and immediately gather up arms. Um, we have, you know, the top government officials go in and prepare themselves. I immediately take the valuables with my other like, you know, city planner, my architects, and my engineers. I have them help me, and we move all of our valuables into the main castle, into our vault, which is going to be pure obsidian.
yeah,
Then we immediately move everything into the vault, and
or e-chest.
well, it's what it's going to be is it's going to be like we go and we create. I'm going to create this obsidian layer on in one of the towers, and it's just going to be a giant vault of things, and it's going to have a layer of like lava on top, and then it's going to have a layer
I think
of
this is enough wood.
yeah. So basically, I'm gonna do a lot when it comes to protection of stuff. Um, but yeah, that's the goal. That's
Not,
my government
yeah.
thing. So here's how I want the call to go. I want to be like, Sydney, why didn't you tell me? And you'd be like, I'm sorry, you know, like I was trying to do whatever, whatever. And I'm like, you said that we were gonna do things like that together. You said
Okay.
that it was gonna be us two, and you were gonna be like, you're gonna be like,
Why don't
I'm
you bring
sorry,
up?
you
Why don't
know.
you bring up like you started this, like we started this together. We started this as an allyship. Because like I went back over the footage. The reason I didn't join Hyper and Jack to begin with was because they didn't want you as part of their team. So I think that'd be something good to bring up in lore.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Like
say
this was
that
supposed to
'cause-
be us together, and then you went off on a month hiatus and just went off on your own whatever and left us behind. I've been building everything by myself.
yeah, that's what I'm gonna say. I'm gonna say we picked out the land together. We set up our location together, and you what? You just oh well. I'm just gonna run away after I'm the one who basically helped build this alliance. We used you and your personality to help get us alliance members. I took that and I helped direct them towards a positive direction. We made sure that we as a team flourished, and then you disappeared. That's what I'm gonna be doing. That kind of thing.
Although, okay, I will say this while you're muted. I do have intention for a villain arc.
Oh,
Okay, that's fine.
it is. Was
Just
it? Was
like
it
just
not?
like low key in person, remind me
I
because
will.
like tell me about stuff. That way I
I
can
will.
like
I will.
hide the actual valuable
Well,
stuff. Like,
you were busy, and also I was busy, and so we were never on the server at the same time. And
well,
so
what
it
would
was
happen
kind of
is you
like,
would be I would go to school one day, and like I wouldn't be in school for like a whole week and a half, and you'd be like, nope, sorry, in school. And then you got out of
yeah,
school, and but one day I'm in school taking a test. You're like, hey, can you play? And I'm like, no,
yeah,
I'm in
exactly.
school taking a test.
Oh my god!
What?
I knew it fell off. I knew
Yeah.
it fell off
I'm
220
done. I'm
floor.
almost done with the first level of the
All right,
castle.
you
I need a
think.
bunch of coal.
All right,
Can you do you have coal at your base though for real?
I do actually have many stacks of
Could you
coal.
bring it?
Yeah, if you want to run over to my base with me, I can start moving stuff over here.
All right. That's what we can do. Wait, like we
Yeah.
can be talking as we walk and gather
Yeah.
materials. So hold on.
But
Let me grab this
you
stone
can
from
start it
down
with,
here.
"Hey, Sydney, walk with me." Take
Yeah.
a walk with me.
I'll be like, hey, Sydney, take me to your base real fast. We need to have a talk.
Yeah.
All right. Grabbing this last stack of stone because I have been like when I hop on, I grind
Yeah.
and I get a bunch of stone and then I set the stone in chests and then I like leave and then I'll go and I'll come back, grab the stone, and then add on to the building a bunch. Like I don't know, I know you haven't been here, but like I made archways and doorways. And now I'm adding on the first layer of roofing.
Cool.
The towers have all been moved up at least 5 blocks. And it's hard to tell, but they have. Yeah.
Anyway, should
It's
you
it's been
unmute
a
your
lot of.
stream?
Yes, that's what I'm. Are you gonna start streaming?
Yes. Give me a second. Let me finish planting these and.
Okay, tell me when you start streaming. I'll unmute now.
I'm gonna start streaming whenever we go to separate VC, and then I'm gonna catch my chat up on everything that's happened. I would have been streaming the whole time had I have known that it was important. But I didn't. I was just recording.
I love the fact that literally everybody in the group chat knew about the plan except for me. Why am I left in the dark every single
No,
time?
I was left in the dark too. Don't
No,
worry.
no. Here's the thing. Only Vega and Raggy knew. Vega and Raggy were the only people who knew, and Raggy wasn't even a part of it. Vega was the only other person who was a part of it, and that was like as of yesterday or 2 days ago. Like genuinely.
The president's final speech.
Wait, what? What's going on?
Okay, that's kind of weird.
That's kind of weird.
What did he do? That's me. No, that's like that was a representation of me like a few years ago when I first started streaming. I was actually really skinny. But, you know, no, I'm not.
Starving? That's not skinny, that's starving. I'm skinny and I'm not doing look like that.
No, it was just shaders to show cheeks.
Will, why don't you take a hiatus so I can figure out how to update my stream on this? And then I also want to show you something that I found, which I think would be really cool for lore animation, which Raggy's already working on, and I think it's so cool.
Because low key, all I want to be is a mob boss. That's all I want to be. I just want to be a mob boss.
I just want to be a mob boss, man. That's all I want to be.
No, but like.
All right, I'm gonna
It's
stop
hard.
recording. See y'all.